nous tourner dans show, show à son bel bagay. Souhaiter tout le monde. Oh.
Oh, I thought we switched to a foreign language.
Yes. He was a character,
I'm speaking
everybody.
French. Yes. Yeah, nous tourner, mes amis, show à son bel bagay, tout le monde branché. We are still on the show, everybody. So everybody's looking at me crazy.
We're like, what are you doing?
You know, I'm the only one here speaking French and Creole. The other guy left. Okay? So I'm just going to kick it back to the lovely host.
All right, well, we are back, and I'm really excited to speak with this gentleman. He's got quite a history and a brilliant career behind him, and his name is, and I just want to say it properly, Roberto Noriega.
2 points.
Oh, I did it right. Yay, thank you for being here.
3 points over on this side.
Oh, okay. Is there like a line that I need to step over to get a better point? Or because I'll play.
No, I know you're good for that.
So,
question, where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from New York, from the East Coast. A lot of my family was from Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens, and the Bronx. And I grew up mostly in Middletown, New York, which is about 60 miles due north of New York City.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the whole thing here.
Okay.
I went to the State University of New York at New Paltz, which is across, across from Poughkeepsie, New York, and I want to do a shout out to the SUNY New Paltz students, and to all my friends and family in Middletown and all those other places.
Exactly.
So that's pretty much where I'm from. I consider that my home.
that's lovely.
I have to ask you, of course, what's the biggest difference between New Yorkers and LA people?
Ooh, maybe how we dress. Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Well, he's not really LA.
Yeah, well, he's the casual side.
I'm 305 Miami.
Yeah, he's New York. He's Los Angeles now, you know.
Yes. And I have to acknowledge the lovely ladies here. These are your girls, right?
Those are my girls, pop group Unique, and behind us here, that's Chelsea, Brittany, and there's a twin there.
And you forgot the name of your daughter.
Brooke, Chelsea, you think you got
See, you know better than I do.
And you girls sing and you dance?
We do, yes.
You gonna do a little number for us today?
Oh, totally.
It's not in their contract.
Wow. I like it. I want you representing me, my friend.
We'll work it out.
So listen, I mean, I'm privy enough to the information in front of me. I mean, you have this incredible past. You've worked with Madonna. You've worked with Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones. Like, you're a legacy in your own right. So tell me what it's been like to work with these beyond incredibly talented people.
Well, first of all, I was extremely fortunate. My history was business, and after getting my degree, Bachelor of Science from SUNY New Paltz, I came to Los Angeles, but I was not really intending to do entertainment. I went to be a jet pilot. Wow. And I came to California and I said, wait a minute, I did music, and I thought, I'm in Hollywood, so why not hit the deck and try it out? And about a year later, my first professional recording session was with Julio Iglesias.
Wow.
And that was a really gratifying, not because I was singing with Julio Iglesias, but because what transpired at Capitol Records. A year before, I had applied there, and the security guard kicked me off the property.
Oh, that was sweet revenge.
So a year later,
it was.
the same security guard is asking me if I want coffee.
Yeah, and you're like,
of course,
that's
she didn't
right, I
recognize
do.
me, but I loved it. I mean, that to me was, you know,
That's amazing.
That
I
to
love
me was
that
exciting. But to
story.
answer your question, it was just it was a very exciting time for me because you are engaging these people as an equal.
Right.
If you can get past the front door, they're looking at you that you're in the business, you're their equal, you're there to contribute to their project.
Right. And I'm like an obscene Madonna fan. Like, I think she's like this strong, iconic, brilliant, ballsy woman.
She is.
Tell me what it's like to work with her.
Well, this is what I'll tell you about Madonna. She was in that phase of insanity, and I had to be really careful because she loved Latin men. And I
Who
was
doesn't?
really careful.
Hello?
In fact, the joke in the studio was that she was my new girlfriend.
Oh.
So I had to be really careful. I wanted to keep it professional.
Did you?
And, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have those lovely women behind me, my daughters. They'd all have blonde hair singing like a virgin. I didn't want that to happen.
You know,
Oh my God, that's
here's one thing I like to say, because I always, like to acknowledge the people who look after me when I came here. When I came to Florida, I felt, like I was right at home. But when I come into California, I feel like, wow, I was like a chicken in the middle of a bunch of lions and tigers. And the first family to invite me into their house was Brett and Tamara and those lovely ladies. So they were the first one to welcome me to LA and just, give me a few advice and from their advice and to the mission that I have when I come to California, and this is who I'm becoming today. So
now wait a minute, Roman. I called you over to mow the lawn, okay? Right? Why don't we talk the truth here?
Well, and
Come on.
Speaking of all the artists that you work with, is there anyone else that you would love to work with but haven't had the chance?
Yeah, and the opportunities coming up. I really enjoyed Sting's music. Sting from the Police. He influenced my songwriting. See, I have a degree in composing as a concentration.
Wow.
So I was really privileged, even in my school days, to be working with a very extraordinary, super duper famous guy that I didn't know he was famous.
Right.
Because he was in our classroom.
Right.
And that kind of led to one thing to the other. But to answer your question, Sting is what I'm looking forward to. And I have friends that work with him now. But I do have a project that is going to attract his participation.
Nice.
Oh, great.
All right, well, we can't leave without talking about the king of pop, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
So, I mean, it's a tragedy for the world at large, but how did it affect you when Michael was gone?
I was very emotional, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is the first time I'm saying this publicly.
Thank you for sharing.
I had worked with Michael, and if you go out and buy his CD, you'll see my picture in the centerfold. And the group that participated in Man in the Mirror. Worked with the vocal arrangements. I'm on 26 releases with Michael Jackson.
Wow.
He was the most genuine person I had ever met in my life, still to this day. Not that people aren't genuine, but he had a very natural, very loving, just the way he delivered things to you. And I had written some of his last songs, and I was supposed to meet with him at his home 2 days before he passed away.
Oh my God.
And there were some people at the house, and he said that it was going to interrupt what we were doing. So he said, "Well, come the next day," which was Wednesday
Right.
of that day. And I'm the kind of person, if I have an appointment with you, I'm not going to cancel because I have a better appointment. So I told him I
Right.
was booked up, and then he said, "Well, come in on Thursday," and I said, "Thursday's good, but Friday's better." And he passed away on Thursday. He was very excited about the
sorry.
music, and there was always this thing in my heart that had I showed up on Thursday, that maybe that wouldn't have happened. I don't know.
You can't think like that.
But I talked to Michael's assistant yesterday for about an hour, and unfortunately, she said that she had worked with him for 10 years, toured with him and everything, and Quincy Jones,
Yeah.
and she said unfortunately he was really headed in that direction. And for some reason, that is going in that direction. You don't want it to be, but he invited me to his home. He invited my family to his home. He assigned a butler to each girl. These girls right behind me here, okay? And
beautiful.
he just gave them
Yeah,
total reigns of Neverland.
He loved kids,
And
that's for sure.
whatever they wanted, it was free. Whatever they wanted to do, it was wonderful. I think they liked bossing the people around more. Being a kid and saying, "Hey, I want to do this," So
That's being
I
a
think they
teenager,
were,
isn't it?
they were excited about that. But when they got home, I told them who was boss, and we got that straightened up
I
pretty
actually
quick.
believe you.
But it was just a wonderful experience, and just even now, being a part of that, there's a small clan of people that are part of that club, and I'm constantly reminded that I'm part of that club, and it's a very strange sense and feeling that I feel about when
a
I really
blessing.
acknowledge it.
Is there
Yeah.
anything about being in the presence of Michael Jackson that has influenced you as a person?
I got to know his family, and they're all very similar like that. They're just very genuine. And his mother too is very genuinely and kind and love. It's just their lives are complicated by money.
I'm sure.
And by the attention of the world. But they love what they do, and the whole family does the same thing. But it's just to be yourself. And just be as genuine as you possibly can, and just be, whatever you're going to give to the public, whether that's your music, your entertainment, your performance, you belong to the audience.
That's
and
beautiful.
That's what you need to give.
Well said.
In whatever little bit or whatever quantity you could give it in, that's your contribution.
On that beautiful note, I think we
Thank
have to
you.
take a little break. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we will be right back.
We'll be right
you.
back.